Ariel Helwani in New York City, around 24 hours or so away now from UFC 205, and we're being joined by the UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley, who faces Stephen Thompson tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. But Tyron, I got to ask you about this little run-in, if you will, with Conor McGregor at the weigh-in. From your perspective, what happened?
From anybody's perspective, what actually happened is I had already weighed in. I went to go grab some more water. So I had to go around him to get the water. So I said, "What's up, man?" And I walked past him, and he kind of had a mug. So then I turned back, and I was like, "I said, what's up?" And he was like, "What's up?" So I don't know what people saw in the video, but I'm not that guy. Number one, this is fighting, but it's other layers to where I'm from. You can't, one, call me a bitch. Like, I don't, that's something that's like a slap in the face or a spit in the face for where I'm from. So you don't just call a dude a bitch. I had issues with Matt Brown because he did that. But when I was in his face, he didn't say anything. He was completely quiet in the locker room, mainly because he probably lost. But that's just something that you don't cross the line on with me.
So he called you a...
No, he didn't call me anything. He called the handle on Twitter that. He didn't call me anything.
Yeah, well, he was calling you a Twitter, saying that maybe...
Bitch. Like I'm looking, like I got to fight. I'm defending my strap. I'm not worried about Conor. It's a dope-ass card. I'm excited to be on it. I'm not going to act like I'm complaining that he's on the card because my comments go to the left. So I'm excited about the card, but I don't need the boost to fight. I already got to fight. I'm not trying to get on Twitter. I just wanted to be clear because some people had a misconception of what happened in that little deal, and it was really nothing.
Do you think that he was upset about you filming the sort of melee yesterday, saying that this is what happens when you think that you're going to get restrained?
Let me go back to Ferguson again.
Okay.
If you were the shit, I'm videoing it, and I'm putting you on the internet. If you do the stuff, don't do it if you don't want to be video. So I think I posted a video because, like, if you're about to get into a fight, you're like, oh, don't hold me back, don't hold me back. We decode that to mean hold me back. If you really want to get to somebody, if I want to get to this guy right here, it's nothing you can do to stop me from getting to him if I really want to get to him, if I really want to throw the share at him. I thought it was funny. I'm the only one that had an up-close snap like that, so I posted it, of course. Like, it's the moment. And I didn't really put it out there. It was kind of like a joke. It wasn't like, oh, he's scary and he really won't do that, that type of stuff to Eddie. But you did it, so I videoed it.
As champion, what did you make of that whole scene yesterday? Both of them going back and forth, coming late, just the theatrics, if you will, because I know you and Wonderboy don't necessarily see eye to eye, but you were very respectful towards each other afterwards. What did you make of it as a champion?
As a champion, you have to be respectful, and I think some of the guys that faced Wonderboy didn't really respect what he brought to the table. And since we on video right now, we might as well put it out there. Sage ain't the only one I brought in for this camp.
Oh.
I embraced his sport karate. I brought in the who's who. I trained with Raymond Daniels. I trained with Sage. I trained with freaking Avery, who's a world champion right now currently. He just won again. So I didn't just train with him. And I also trained with Chris Bang, former Strikeforce vet, former UFC vet, who's a more aggressive version of that. So with that said, we Friday. You can't do nothing about it right now. But if you thought I just brought Sage and you got yourself sadly mistaken, I'm a student of the sport. I take it serious. I respect all my opponents. That's the way I defeat them. And I definitely respected Wonderboy. Those two guys, they trying to sell a fight. In my opinion, the fight's already sold. Yeah. Just sit down somewhere and, do what you need to do.
Back to Conor for a second. Did you feel like he was sort of sizing you up there when he was looking at you after the weigh-in?
I walk around at 205. You fought featherweight in your life before. I haven't seen 145 since my sophomore year in high school. So with that said, I don't think he was sizing it up. I thought he thought it was an opportunity to get a little internet buzz because he has this big charade and this big mystique about him. So he can't just stop it at that. He got to outdo the next thing every time. So when people mention, by the way, he really didn't comment too much about fighting me. He said all those belts, but he didn't really get real specific because there's different levels when you start going up with a guy that's faster, that punches way dang on harder, and when I put you on the ground, you will not get up. So I think he kind of floated around that question about going up for the welterweight strap, but he was just trying to get the mystique. So it's like, I'm not trying to rain on your parade. You doing your thing, man. I ain't got nothing but, I ain't got nothing from a business standpoint, against that. You going out here, you making money. That's what your goals are. My hat's off to you, but don't step to me and make it like you really want to do something because then I just got to flip the switch.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but he has fought at 170. Of course, you would take this fight if presented to you, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But he's fought Nate Diaz, who was a 155er. I don't know why they fought at, 170. Those guys in general are terribly small for the weight. You look at the guys like Robbie Lawler and myself, they don't want to be in there with us. We're too big for them. You know what I mean? I walk around legit 205. So I think that was more for publicity that he said that I fought at that weight. But the opponent he picked was someone that definitely was didn't have a great run at 170 himself because he was outsized.
Final thing, we are, like I said, around 24 hours away from the biggest moment of your career. How do you spend the next day? How do you get ready? What are you doing to pass the time? Because, I mean, you've been thinking about, you're the chosen one. You've been dreaming about this, and now here we are. We're literally hours away. How do you pass the time now?
Well, I'm about to go grab some food right now. I got some loved ones here, man. I'm excited. Got that weight down, got rehydrated. I'm already like 185 right now.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm pumped up, man. That was kind of a little annoying, though. It's all these things going so well, so positive. That little minor distraction, I said, you know what? It's a man below us, underneath our feet, trying to distract me, take my mind off my focus. So after this interview, I'm resetting. So everybody don't be calling me and asking me for an interview to talk about Conor because I ain't doing it.
Okay, fair enough. Best of luck to you. You've handled the week perfectly, I thought. Really well done. Looking forward to the fight.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.